Good morning. Happy Monday. How are you doing today? So happy to see you. So excited to talk about today's topic, one of my personal favorites. Give me just 2 seconds. I've got to share it and make sure that we are live. See who's here, if anybody's here. Give me just 2 seconds. I don't only just do the show, I produce it. I'm here. Chrissy's here. Hello. Good morning. How are you, Chrissy? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I think you guys can see and hear me. Give me a sign or let me know that you can see and hear me before I jump into it. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you? I love how it says top fan by your name, Cheryl. Cool. I hadn't seen that show up yet on my page. A lot of funky stuff happening on Facebook. I wasn't even able to post in my own groups recently. Craziness. Good morning, Estella. Can you guys see and hear me? Give me a thumbs up or something, letting me know you can hear and see me. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. All right, so let's dive right in. This is a half-hour show, and it's jam-packed. I got lots to share with you today about being an Earth empath, and I love this topic. For me, when I discovered this for myself and being an Earth empath, changed my world. Really, it's you find, and as you watch the show, and if you're a member of any of my programs, you're going to see this theme of why I do what I do and why it's woven into my programs and why you find success in my programs. It's because I get this Earth empath thing, which I think many of us are. We just kind of forget sometimes, or we just kind of ignore it. But before I dive into it, let's take a moment to please share the live, share the love. Today is Earth Day. We're celebrating Earth Day. Every day we celebrate Earth Day. If you're an Earth empath, you celebrate Earth Day every day. But this is one of my personal favorite holidays, especially because I do consider myself an Earth empath. I spent the first 10 to 15 years of my life, a little over 10 years, working for a United States environmental group, a nonprofit group, where I met so many amazing individuals who dedicated so much of their life and their earnings to educating people about Mother Earth and about, the United States and our environment specifically. A lot of hard work, a lot of an uphill battle when I was there, but I had the honor of meeting and having lunch with Senator Gaylord Nelson, who's no longer with us, but he is the founder of Earth Day. He was, if anybody remembers who he was in the Kennedy administration, an amazing individual. He got to speak at our conference, and I'm just grateful that I had the honor to meet him, talk with him, and to know that so many of our politicians do feel this part of our world and integrate this into our world. Okay. So let's dive in. My name is Maria Flynn. I didn't even start with that. I am the Facebook page owner here of the Maria Flynn page. I'm also the Facebook page owner of One Wise Life. Check them both out. They're awesome. Give them a like. It's the way we get to stay in your newsfeed. I love everything that I do because I'm committed to giving you everything that is trustworthy. I'm not a clickbait girl. I don't like sharing that kind of information. I love sharing the things that I know will make an impact in your life. And I think this is why this show is popular and why so many people show up and why we've been around for so long. I am the creator of OneWiseLife.com. I'm the creator of Spirituality for the Stubborn Soul. And again, you Earth empaths are going to love it. I'm also the creator of Abundance Boot Camp 3-week intensive, where I also integrate a lot of the work that I share that help you become an empowered empath. And I think this is where empaths can get off track, because so many, and I get a lot of messages asking me, how do I turn this empath part of myself off? How do I change it? How can I remove it? And I'm here to tell you that the more you try to suffocate this, the more you will suffer. And indeed, the fact that you can feel everything is what empowers you when you get how it works. So everything I do will always bring this empathic side of myself, this energy work side that will help you become more empowered. Okay, so let's dive into the topic. Let me grab my notes real quick, bring them over here in front of me. I'm glad to see everybody's here. Hello. Wishing each other happy Earth Day. Where are my notes? There they are. All right, so let's cover the big topic first about what is an empath. An empath is somebody who can deeply feel, right? Not only are being empathetic is not the same as being an empath. Empathetic is honoring and being able to have and show empathy for another person. Being an empath means you are actually feeling it. You're actually feeling it in your body. You feel everything around you, and this can be so draining, right? But I also want to remind the empaths, and I believe that most of my audience is empaths, remember that you also feel everything that's good and positive and wholesome and abundant and healing in the world around you. And for those of you that are in my courses and in my programs, this is an intricate part of the lessons, right? You can become so suffocated and distracted by everything that feels bad that you forget that you have equal ability to feel the extreme opposite of that. And when you get how to connect there and how to move your life in that direction with more consistency, well, guess what? You create an amazing and abundant lifestyle, but you got to stay connected with this. Yes, the downside to being an empath is that you feel the world around you, but equally so, because you feel so much of it in your body, good, sort of good, bad, whatever, because you're always feeling, you're like a sponge that never turns off. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's a good or a bad feeling. The fact that it's always on can be so draining. It can bring on exhaustion. It can bring on feelings of anxiousness. It can really burn you out. So really important for empaths to understand who they are and what they are. And about 40% or more of the world's population are empaths. They feel the world around them. And the Earth empath does things a little bit differently, because they not only feel the world around them, they feel Mother Earth. They feel everything that's living. They work with the rhythm and flow of the universe in such precision and innate ways. And again, if you don't get it, you tend to suffocate this part of yourself. When you get it, you can embrace it and grow and expand your life in amazing ways. And I think my members of Spirituality for the Stubborn Soul are really going to love today's talk. All right. So if you don't know if you're an empath, many times because you feel so much anxiousness and because you feel so much anxiety, you often go to the doctor and get immediately misdiagnosed. You immediately get labeled as being depressed or having some sort of manic disorder. And too often we try to suffocate that and try to repair it by using medications. Now, I'm not one to tell you not to go to the doctor. I go to them. I love them. I think they're awesome. But I also believe that we need to pay attention about everything that's around us, right? And when we really tap into our spiritual self and we know that this is who we are, then we understand that everything has a purpose. Everything has a divine working order, and you're a part of that. So when you're feeling everything, there's purpose there for you. And to dampen it so quickly with medication, with suffocating it, even using alcohol, drugs, things that disconnect you from the world, too much TV, magazines, gossip, I don't know, whatever you like to do, sleep the day away. Those things equally can harm you. All right. So the secret to becoming an empowered empath, in my personal opinion, is to actively invest your time, energy, and resources in finding the things that help you embrace your spiritual force, that help you connect to this more consistently. And then over time, integrating your physical earthbound self with your intuitive higher self. Because this is something really magical and powerful in all of us, but most especially in the empaths, and even more especially for the earth empath. All right. So when you're able to connect with this part of yourself, you're connecting to everything that is energy. And for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that one of my most popular quotes is everything is energy and energy is everything. This isn't just a popular quote. This isn't just something that sounds good and that's shareable and sounds positive. When you get this, you embrace it and you live it. You live it. And when you live it, your life transforms. Your life transforms. I know this with every fiber of my being. You really gain a sense of personal empowerment when you embrace this. You work with your sensitivities. It's been, for me, a very frustrating road when I see people who suffer because of their sensitivities, who try to turn it off, who feel that it's a problem. Nothing bothers me more than people who try to reduce another individual by telling them they're too sensitive. Bullshit. It is your sensitivity that allows you to become even more empowered. And this is what increases your very natural ability to create an abundant lifestyle. Let me say that again. You are not too sensitive. And in fact, it is your sensitivity. And because of that, that you are naturally able to increase your ability to create an abundant lifestyle. Hear that, feel that, embrace it, do it. Gosh, not only will you light up your world, you will light up the world if you get this. All right. So an earth empath is keenly attuned to the natural world, to the universe around us. Now, again, my soul members, now you're really feeling why I love spirituality for the stubborn soul, because we do everything there with regard to the universal energy. And so for the earth empath, when the earth changes, you feel it. You feel it. Okay, earth empath. I'm gonna share a little secret. It is not unusual in my house that we could be sitting around, we could be doing like a Friday night family movie, and all of a sudden I take the remote and I hit mute, and I'm like, did you feel that? Did you hear that? Did you feel the house shake? Did you? And everyone looks at me like I'm a nutball. Or I'll stop everything because I'm so distracted by what I smell. And everyone looks at me like I'm a nutball. But it's kind of funny. They don't make fun of me, but it's just become a funny thing that I am this way. And it's like the hyper nose and the hyper feeler here. And it never fails that within 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, there is some sort of natural disaster. There's a volcanic eruption, there's a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake, right? Or a solar flare, right? And it makes the news a little bit later. Sometimes you just kind of wake up. You can be in a perfectly good sleep, and all of a sudden, you're awake, right? And it never fails that within a few minutes of you being awake, something happened around the world. You're keenly attuned to this, whether you believe it or not. Here is where I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that there is no such thing as coincidence. No such thing. There is divine working order. And the earth empath works so intimately, so keenly with the universal energy forces. You feel it. Is this you? I'm going to have to check the comments here. Is this you? Rebecca says, I was the nut in my family. Well, we've all learned to laugh about it here. We've all learned to laugh about it here. Let's see. Terry, I always thought being too sensitive was a curse. It's the blessing, my friend. It's the blessing, Terry. Thank you for being here. You're new. I've had people almost make me feel terrible because of it. Okay, so Terry, let me give you the upswing to your comment. When people show you who they really are, believe them. They've given you a gift. You can identify. You don't have to be around people that want to keep you small. And indeed, our world is waking up more and more every day. And the power of community that supports and embraces this kind of living, because this, if you've already been to my show here, not even 5 minutes, you can guess that I'm not a fluffy unicorn kind of speaker, talker, teacher, guide by any means. I'm a practical gal. I run a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm kind of heady. I like my smarts. I like my instincts, but I embrace the spiritual force with such a magnitude that this is where my life becomes amazing and abundant, right? Not everybody has to walk your path. I love that you said that. You really inspired me to talk about that. You are not too sensitive. This is not a curse. It is the blessing. It is part of your empowerment. It's what makes you amazing. It's what makes you the light worker of this world. Gosh, when people show you who they really are, believe them. This is when you can set boundaries, decide who to spend your time with and who to invest your time with. Big difference between either of them. All right, let's get back to the Earth Empath. Thank you for the comments, by the way. All right, if you're an Earth Empath, you naturally naturally love a good waterfall. You love a good waterfall. You like, if you're daydreaming about vacations, if there's a waterfall in the area, you're going to take out a day and go figure out where this waterfall is and go see it. You want to just be looking at it. You want to be under it. You want to be in and around the water most often, anytime. But there is such a power behind waterfalls specifically. And just a little tip, I'm also a practitioner of feng shui. I highly recommend water fountains in your home, properly placed, never flowing away from your home, flowing towards and in your home. If you're somebody who you can keep it clean, keep it running, keep it functioning, waterfalls in your home can be amazing healing assets and abundance attractors for the empath. Abundance in a good way, by the way. All right. An earth empath, raise your hand if this is you, will suffer from headaches. Will suffer from headaches, especially before full moon. Woo! Sometimes I can be knocked out from those headaches before full moon. You can suffer from exhaustion, and you can feel really low. And sometimes you're not even sure where depression comes from. But I can tell you right off the bat, when there's toxicity, air pollutants in your environment, it will exacerbate your headaches, your feelings of exhaustion and depression. It exacerbates it, right? Oh my gosh. Your body, and again, I tell everybody this, and anybody who's in my programs knows I say this all the time. Your body signals tell you everything you need to know. Your body signals tell you everything you need to know. I'll be the first to tell you, never believe anything I have to say. Believe in your body signals first. You already know the answers. You already know the decisions. You already know the steps to take to move your life forward. It's whether or not you trust them and actively do them. Big difference. Big difference. All right. So for the earth empath, your body tells you immediately when the earth changes. So here are some examples. I wrote these down for you. So you have and can feel such a huge sense of power when there's big thunderstorms. And in fact, you may even be sexually, feel sexually charged when there's a big thunderstorm. They're sexy for you. You probably love a romantic evening if you can coordinate a great big thunderstorm and being with your partner. You can feel this sense of power wake you up. That root chakra just wakes up during those strong thunderstorms. You can feel the moon. You can feel the moon. And indeed, all of us are affected by the moon and the moon tides, the ocean tides, but most especially the earth empath. And again, you probably don't even need a calendar. You can probably just feel when the next moon comes up. My headaches can tell me. As soon as I get a headache, somebody can say it's allergy. Somebody can say it's what you ate. Somebody can say maybe you're catching a cold. They can give me a million things when I feel I have a headache. The first thing I do is look at the calendar. After I feel the headache, I'm like, oh yeah, full moon in the next 48 hours. I can feel them. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with needing to pop 2 pills about anything. For me, as an earth empath, I know my first go-to is to drink more water. And that solves it, right? But the earth empath not only feels the moons this way, the moon and the tides regulate the menstrual cycle for the ladies, but the moon cycles also really impact the sleep for both male and females. Really impact your wake cycle. Oh my gosh, how many of you cannot sleep during a full moon? Hello. Rarely can I ever sleep a night we have a full moon. I am awake, and it's not because the light's shining in the window. I'm just ready to rock and roll. Who's like that? All right, so at the end of the day, whatever happens on Mother Earth, you feel it in your body, period. You just do. All right, some other signs, signs and healing aspects as well, is because you can feel the world around you, right? We can talk about Mother Earth, the moon cycles, the planet cycles, even the stars, all of that can impact the empath. We feel that. But that being said, remember that everything is energy and energy is everything. So your home environment is equally as important for you to actively create so that it nurtures you. And then when your home can nurture you, you integrate the innate ability, your own innate ability, right, to create an environment that's not only peaceful and supportive, but helps to empower you through your sensitivities, right? Your home for the Earth empath can be the most draining place if you don't love it, if it's cluttered, if it doesn't have the elements. Earth empaths feel the elements. This is why in Abundance Bootcamp, I have to integrate the elements, and why it's important to create a home with the elements represented in your home. And not just in your home, in every room. In every room. I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, when an Earth empath has the elements represented in proper proportion in every room of their house, every time they walk into the room, they will feel the stress release. They will feel good. They will be able to relax, recharge, regroup, and not be consumed by the energies of everything and everyone. You actually empower yourself using your home, and the healing art of feng shui. This modality is so supportive to the Earth empath. So Abundance Boot Campers, give me a hands up when I talk about the elements. Really, really important. Really important. I cannot tell you. No, I will tell you that when you get this, and I mean really get it, not just superficially understand it, but integrate it into your life, that you will start to feel energy at every aspect, and your life will be full of vitality again, right? Empowered when you get this. Your home, huge, huge, huge. I don't care if you rent a room or if you own a home, wherever you live, wherever your body sleeps, relaxes, recharges, eats, wherever that is for you, make it your castle. Make it your castle, include all the elements. All right. And the other thing the Earth empath does is you actually can physically hurt. You feel pain in your body when Mother Earth is hurt in any way. You feel it, right? You may even feel health problems. But an intuitive Earth empath, in more specifically, can actually feel those natural disasters. So either just before, like I explained earlier, or when they happen, when you hear it on the news, if there's an earthquake, a volcano, hurricanes, all of those things, you can actually feel it in your body. You will have those headaches. You'll have that anxiety, those mood swings, even heart palpitations. That was a big one for me. I'm a person who definitely suffers from heart palpitations. I have to be very conscientious about that. All right. So one of the best things that an Earth empath can do to stay vibrant is to stay connected with Earth, with the elements, from the forest to the ocean. Make sure that your life integrates time in these areas, right? So soul members, almost every week we talk about rest and recuperation. Now, there's two kinds of rest. And so the soul members get this. There's the folks that, count down the days till Friday till they can get that beer and chug the week away and forget about the stresses of the week. That's not what I'm talking about. To stay connected, to stay vibrant in your life, rest means to ground, to reconnect. So if you can't get away to the outdoors, this is when the salt baths are really important. Long showers, really important. To, integrate time to walking in the park or going to the ocean. And then finally, and this is true for all of us, but most especially the Earth empath, because we feel everything. Energy is everything. This is important, right? Eat clean. Because you are so sensitive to every intricate aspect of energy, that eating clean is probably the most important thing an Earth empath can do. Because you're so sensitive to the Earth's energy, you must be able to work with her, with the rhythm and flow of the universe, even through your food. Because you absorb energy, that every time you eat junk food, you dampen your sensitivity. You suffocate it. And when you do this, You expand and you create this kind of tension energy that if you don't pay attention will put you in a tailspin. Eat clean. All right. This is how I'm celebrating Earth Day. I hope this was helpful for you. Let's go to check out the comments. Let's see. Who's here? Who's here? Rebecca, water definitely affects me. Yeah, it's so good. For about 3 years, I lived in North Carolina, about 9 hours from the ocean. And that was the furthest away I ever lived from the ocean, and never, ever again. My health suffered so much. I grew up in the mid-Atlantic area. As soon as we had the opportunity to come back, I came back, and now I'm only about an hour from the ocean, which is perfect. So I can always get away. I would like to be closer. And indeed, it is so important to my health and to the health of my family. We all feel it, that my husband has actually been offered opportunities to go Midwest for promotions. And our quality of life is so important. And again, the more you work with energy, you start to really understand the values of your life. Our values are so important in how we work as a family, how we work with the universal energies, that moving to the Midwest, even for promotion and even for more money, would destroy us. It would destroy us. That's how important it is. We've already done the 3-year test of living away from the ocean. Ain't going to happen ever, ever, ever again. Yeah, a lot of what I teach in my programs helps you reevaluate to know what's important, right? So that you can create an abundant lifestyle that works. Because let me tell you, money doesn't solve everything, right? All you need to do is look at Hollywood. You know, what's happening in Hollywood? They might have every kind of extravagance available to them, but are they really living truly, deeply nourishing and fulfilling lives? Or are they disconnected because they can disconnect more and better and more extravagant ways because they have the money to afford it? I don't know about you, but that's not abundant living. I think you can make all kinds of money and still create an abundant lifestyle that integrates every area of life. Your spirituality, embracing that spiritual force, deepening your relationships, building that emotional and mental stamina so that you can live an empowered life, connected, growing in every way. If this turns you on, I invite you to join my Spirituality for the Stubborn Soul. Check it out. 30 days. Or if you don't like it, just cancel. I have the link above this video and a link below, and I'll post it again for you if you're looking for it. My soul members who are here, you can tell me, you can tell everybody else in this group how you feel about being a soul member and receiving my universal energy reports every single week. April was an amazing month. It was really a shifting and a turning point for all of us in this world, And I'm so grateful to be able to share this part of my life and this part of this energetic world with our soul members, because they get it and they're hearing it and they're integrating and they're choosing to stay connected with the things that help them keep this spiritual and energetic side awake and alive, and helping them create the abundant lifestyles that they want to create. All right. Let's see. Daisy says, I would like to receive. Super. There's a link above the video, Daisy, and I'll come back in and put a link in there. If you want to be a soul member, you can definitely sign up to become one. Kathy says, so much synchronicity for me from your live, Maria. Kathy, all right, synchronicity is like confirmation, right? Great power in that. How many empaths go around going, am I just crazy? Am I just too sensitive? Why am I feeling this? Why is everybody loving this person, but I just can't get his vibe? There's something off. And it never fails that you were right in your feeling. But it took everybody and everything a year before they got it. A lot of suffering before they got it. And you this whole time suffered yourself because you didn't honor it, right? You were forcing relationships because you see everybody else, the masses, doing it. But there's something in you that forces you to practice gratitude, forces you to practice peace because you think you're supposed to, as opposed to honoring the sensitivity, working with it, and then choosing to expand that which is good versus trying to force something that doesn't feel right. Confirmation is powerful, and our soul members get this, and they get this every single week. Who's here from our soul membership? Almost every week, you guys are always saying on point. Oh my God, this is me right now. So you're not alone. Invest your time, your energy, and resources in the communities that support your growth, your empowerment because of who you are. Listen, if you were given this gift, embrace it. Rebecca says 10,000 lakes don't count. Sure, they count. If you're feeling it and you're loving it, go for it. Absolutely go for it. For me in the Midwest, though, where we were asked to go, unfortunately, water was not a big thing over there. Rebecca Braun says, not an earth empath. What other kinds are there? Oh, there's all kinds of empaths out there. You can definitely feel, if you're sensitive, if you find yourself unable to watch commercials that are sensitive because you get all teared up, you might be an earth empath. When you watch an artist, like for me, my favorite shows are America's Got Talent or what's the singing one? Can't think of the singing one. America's Got Talent, and there's another one. But when I see artists on stage, oh my gosh, I can go watch a musical, I can watch a movie, any kind of artistry. I can go to a museum. It just evokes tears, and because there's so much beauty and art, you feel that. You can be very sensitive to foods. I could do a whole freaking course on empaths. There's about, I don't know, 50 to 100 signs that you're an empath. But today I wanted to dedicate it to the Earth Empath because it's Earth Day. Maybe next week we'll talk about another one. Terry says, yes, spot on exactly. Oh, super. Super, super. Can't sleep, wide awake. I'm so glad that I did this show today and that you're feeling it. If you, again, listen to your body signals. If you want to learn more, be more connected, embrace this side of yourself so that you become more empowered, check out Spirituality for the Stubborn Soul. Give yourself a chance to check it out. Again, I don't do anything that's difficult. If it doesn't work for you, all the instructions are there for you to email me, say, Maria, cancel my membership. It's not for me, not my thing. Or you might go into this and find true empowerment, true confirmation, true expansion, true connection to who you are and why you are. You have a deep purpose for being here. All right, guys, it's 10:02. I want you to enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of your days. I'll be back here on Monday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm so grateful you came to my show. I'll go through and check out the comments, and anybody who wants to know more about becoming a soul member, just type in soul member in the comment section and I'll drop you a link personally from me to you. Again, just type in soul member. Until Monday, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.